Hi, Hal here with more Space Engineers. Yay! And, yeah, we've been doing a lot of stuff. We've had a bunch of ships spawn in, like little random encounters, and we have mined out a giant column of, well, emptiness. So we have a lot to get done. We have a bit to talk about, and we're going to be working on that beast. But first, we have to get started. So let's go. So, happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and a terrific week thus far. Oh, so I have spent much more time than I ever really wanted to admit to, even using that little drill buddy. Yeah, this took entirely too much time. But it is what it is, and it is now done. And what we've done is I went ahead and tried to figure out roughly where we were looking for heights and trying to get an idea and feel for it. And we have Bob down there doing some work for us. But I forgot to turn Bob off. Like I started setting him up, started placing pistons, and when I turned him on, yeah, he just kind of welded everything. But, you know, doing what Bob does. It's okay. It's not anything new or unique. It's stuff you've probably seen a million times. It really is just stacking pistons and everything on top of each other until you get to a certain point. So what I did do is I went ahead and did a full extension on these because I wanted to make sure that it would be able basically to mostly clear, if not completely clear, the summit of the asteroid. And yeah, it works. I'm actually working on a little bit of a script that I don't know if it's going to work the way I want it to. Because I want to use a sensor and have it set up so that if a hostile shows up and gets within so far or gets too close, it basically resets all of these to zero, all of the rotors to a 0-degree angle, and then retracts all of the pistons. Now, the way that the scripting system is set up, I can do some of it. The problem that I run into is I would have to probably use one of the line of sight scripts for the sensors. Maybe like a what's it called? They have scripts that will use the camera because the camera has ray trace or has a ray draw on it, and so you can actually use that in scripting. But the scripting tools that I'm using, I don't know if they support it. And the catch is that it is line of sight, so I'd have to have cameras on basically all the sides, which we can do. That's not a problem, but it is something to keep in mind. All right. So this thing is a beast. All right. And we are going to head down here. So what I did is we've got some light armor blocks over here just as placeholder for right now, because we're trying to figure out where our heights are. And what I'm thinking is we'll have whatever we end up doing for a door or a cover will basically sit on this level. And then we'll have a ring of blocks that come out. And so we'll have that come down and be a double line of the heavy armor, which isn't going to do much against some of the NPCs that we have in the game, but it's better than nothing. And if we can get enough uranium online, which is why I've been raiding the little neutral ships that show up, like the little random encounters, is because I've been pulling the uranium off of those and trying to stockpile a bit of that. So, alright. But yeah, basically that's the idea, and it will have whatever these are going to be. Doors, actually. There we are. You're the 15 meter. So if we do this, because what I was thinking is that it actually doesn't need to be sealed. It only needs to actually be blah blah blah. It doesn't need to be airtight, it just needs to cover as much of this as possible, is what it comes down to. And I am going to put that there for right this second, because we are just I'm gonna have to do it this way. That's fine. I don't actually mind. There we go. We can do that. We do that. And now, it's not going to work because this has to be out of the way. So yeah, that has to be sunk in further. I hate the fact that this is like, you know, it's supposed to be for giant openings, but you're not really getting that much more out of it. Alright, so if we use you, see how that one's 2 blocks deep? Even that one would be too far. So I think, yeah, see that would really doesn't serve any purpose. So I think we're gonna load the force field doors mod. I think that's what we'll end up with as being for what we're going to use for the closing this whole thing in. And you will go there. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll end up with force fields coming across as much of this as possible. And then I think there's one for corners that basically lets you tie the corner in. But yeah, this should give you an idea of just how much space we're dealing with in here. One of the other things I'm going to do is, because we have so much stone on hand, I had to add a ridiculous number of large cargo containers. So you have the 3 here. You've got, let's get back in here and I'll show you. So that's the 3rd. There's the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th large cargo containers, and that's mostly full of stone at this point, which the refineries have been chugging away on for quite a few hours at this point, and we still have, I don't know, probably like 11 or 12 million stone, something like that. Actually, I think we have more than that. Anyway, yeah, it's a ridiculous amount of stone is what it comes down to. Alright, so from this perspective, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take all this out, because we have a general idea of what we want, right? And I think we are going to go heavy, and you will go with the slightly off, not pure white. And basically what we're going to use this, where we're going to use this is going to be on the 3 walls. So that wall over there, this wall here, and then the back wall, because those are the thinnest walls as far as stone is concerned. And a couple of asteroids, or a couple of meteors into this thing is going to be able to punch a hole eventually.
Energy low.
Now, we will, like I said, we will have a defense turret position. I'm thinking, because we've already got everything over here, I'll probably pipe it through and run it up to here. So we'll end up with like a just a little outpost up here, which will have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turrets on it. So we'll put a missile turret up on top, and then we'll have 5 gunnery four gunnery turrets on the sides. At least that's the idea. So just to give us a little bit of point defense out on this side for a little bit more protection. Alright. Okay, so we're going to leave an opening down here. I'm gonna do this. That way we can get in here once everything is sealed off. And definitely want you guys to be armored because this is going to be rather exposed. You're coming up quite a bit, actually. How many more are you? You are... four. And like I said, this is going to be... that should be where it needs to clear. Yeah, that'll be good. And then we'll have... I'm thinking... what I'm thinking here is these guys.
Energy critical.
And then that'll come across. And basically, we'll like I said, we'll have 3 walls of these, of the heavy armor, and then the back wall here we'll do light armor because it's anything coming in has to get through a whole lot of asteroid, and anything that makes it through that much asteroid is going to be like if we're with the corruption mod, it'll be one of the, like the drills, which is why we're putting turrets up on the top, and then we'll have some other turrets probably branching off of that. I'm thinking about putting like a panic room kind of area in here, back in the mountainside, and I'm gonna pipe in one, and that's one of the reasons why I'm leaving that open, is because we're eventually going to pipe in cargo containers, and we're gonna have those sitting back here in the back corner. I'm gonna do probably 2 on this side, like 2 here, and then on the other side we'll have 2 as well. And then that will allow us to get rid of some of the ones that we have up front, and better secure our materials. Okay, so that's the idea. Let me get charged up here really quick. Make sure we are not being attacked by anybody. Everything looks okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick cut, because all I'm going to be doing is building basically 4 walls. Really boring to watch, because it really is just going to be building of 4 vertical walls. So I'm going to do a quick cut, get those walls in, let Bob get started on his process, and then I'll bring you back once we have at least the framework up, and wherever Bob's at welding, I'm not going to worry about it because we still have to get the rest of the solar panels in and make sure everything works. So let's do that quick cut, and we will be right back. Oh, commercial freighter. Oh, wondering how close he's going to get. We made... You look like you're heading directly towards us. Are you heading like within ridiculous close? I think you're heading like in ridiculous close to us here. Alright, maybe we won't do a quick cut. I'm kind of curious to see just how close he gets. Let us jump in here, and I don't know if I can get away with this or not. I think it has to be on the same grid. You were there. We're gonna grab one of you. Let's see if it'll let me do this. Nope, has to be on the same grid. Okay. I figured, but it was worth a try. Let's go over here, because I think I can do it from here, because we're merge blocked in. Nope. Man, they're seriously enforcing that whole on the same grid thing. You know what? Instead of messing around with it too much, let's just go right here. And I have to be in the seat. Son of a... Alright. Where's my... Oh. Come on, Bob. Weld us up. Hey, thank you. There we go. Yeah, it's one of those days. All right. And of course, you've got to be kidding. Oh, let's see here. I can't control that one. Can't control that one. Why can I not control those? I can control this one. I can control this one. And who are you? You're the one down there. So why can I not control these guys? Alright, yeah, he's gonna miss us. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about him then. He'll get within about 2K or so, maybe 2,500. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna do that quick cut, and I'll be right back. And we are back. Alright, so go ahead. I'm just going ahead and starting to place some of the solar panels. I realized while I was doing all of this, oh, son of a swear, man. Oh well, that's fine. But yeah, I was just gonna say, I realized when I was placing all these that, or when I was building the walls, I realized that I thought we had more room than we did between what will be the solar panels and what will be the walls. So what I've done, and I'm gonna have to go through and fix a bunch of this stuff. I've already fixed this wall. Basically took out the full blocks and put half blocks in, so that gives us a little bit of clearance. The idea is that I want to be able to drop this whole thing even if the solar panels are completely horizontal, which shouldn't happen because of the way that the sun's tracking, because it tracks out, up a little bit, and then back around. So the solar panels should never be in a position where they can't retract quickly. But, you know, my luck, space engineers, yeah, we know where that's going to go. Alright, so we're going to get a couple of more of these in here. And what I may do is, if I can get the solar script to do it, I'll put a limiter in, basically keeping it from ever hitting that point where it won't fit back in here. Swear. And I'm about to start dying again. Quick. Run. Fly to Dagobah. Oh, look at that. All right. So let me get a little bit of power back and I'll show you what we've been working on, because I've been kicking some ideas around and I think I figured out a way out the layout that I want to go with. So there we go. All right. So we come in here. What I did down here is I went ahead and threw in 4 of the cargo containers, the large cargo containers, obviously. And I'm thinking we're going to reroute what we have here, how all that goes out and over to the bob. And I'm thinking we're going to have this come up and basically come through here to get us piped in, which means that comes out. We're gonna drop the solar for a second. And basically I've got this set up so that if I need to, I can just take these corner units out. And we'll have enough room, like if I take out these little bit of blocks here, we'll have enough room to put another cargo container up here, and I may do that. And then I patched them through here as well. I may go ahead and just take these out. Let's see. Yeah. We're here. We may as well do that. Because then we can get rid of basically all of the exposed cargo units out front. So if we take
Inventory full.
Come on, Bob, pick the mess up for me. Come on. Oh. Like her.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Wait for Bob to pick it up. Come on, Bob. Grab the last couple. Thank you. Alright. So, yeah. That should get us to where we need to be. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck Bob over in here, so we'll have a Bob on this side. So when everything's retracted, oh hello, when everything's retracted, he'll be able to repair this thing. I'm very tempted to blueprint it so that we have it repaired, but the problem is that these subgrids cause issues on blueprints. So, alright, so what are you missing? You're missing solar cells. That's 6, 12, 13. So actually, we can just do no, I want it to do see, this is what I get recording in the middle of the night. There you go. And now Bob should hopefully have the parts that he needs to finish the welds. Okay. Alright, so while we're working with that, we already have the programmable block for the solars. We just have to add these guys. And I want button. Okay, and I think, yeah, there we go. We already have the group set up, which is awesome. What are you missing? Computers and displays. Really? I'm fairly certain we have both of those. And this was. Alright. And we are going to push all that lovely stuff we're carrying back into there. For this, we're going to go groups. And since we only have the one piston group, solar pistons, thank you, are going to be reverse. Alright, and then we want you, you, and you. And look at that. Oh, that is so shaky. There you go. But we've got full power coming in. And we have full power over here as well. Alright, so all of the pistons, we're gonna tighten those up. Actually, do this from down below. It looks like, I can't tell if the, yeah, it is. Okay, it's tracking. That's awesome. We've got plates floating away. That was from the grinding session over here where we were fixing the wall issues. All right. So what we're doing on the back walls, we've gone ahead and put in blocks, full heavy blocks. And like I said, we're basically going to rip all of this out, put the half blocks in. The idea is that, like I said, I want to be able to... I don't think it'll be an issue for the most part. I think that we'll be able to get away with having the full blocks there, but if we run into a problem, then I'm going to have to deal with it. So I'm kind of curious to see what that's doing for our power supply. Because if we can basically guarantee that those rotors aren't going to cause problems, and I guess the best way to do that is, now that they're off center and they are working, is to bring them down. And like I said, we're really just checking to make sure all of this works the way it's supposed to. We're going to get some batteries online in here. Let's see if it's still trying to track. Nope. Okay, that's good. That's what I wanted to make sure of. Alright. And see where, if we were to go for one more solar on here, we would run into problems. So we are going to be fairly limited on that. I may be able to get away with solar on the inner line here. So if we do, say that. I need steel plates. Of course I do, because you know. When do I not need steel plates? Alright. Okay, we're gonna get one there, and that allows us to get one more on this side. We can do the same here. And I'm hoping that will avoid most of the trouble. So we're just going to wait for Bob to finish welding all of these guys up. You're missing solar cells, aren't you? No. You're just missing weld time. Okay. Alright. And now
Energy low.
we hit the button. We're going to let that run a little bit and hopefully get it all sorted out. So I want to do, one of you, let's get rid of this stuff, drop this down here. And alright. I know what we can do. What we're doing here is I'm basically just trying to keep it all sorted out here. There we go. Bob will get that fixed up for us. And I need to grab a little bit more power. But yes, okay, so while we've got this going on, we're gonna go yeah. I am going to basically cram in a whole lot of these. Actually, you know what? Let's not put them there. Let's put them over here. Because like I said, this is... I want to have enough room that if I need to for some reason, I'll be able to add more cargo. I don't imagine I'm going to need
Energy
a whole lot more. But you never know. I'm gonna guess that that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 12, 24. Go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna here, we're gonna say battery, and we're gonna queue up 30 of them. Because we can. Alright. That'll be nice when those are up and running, because that means we will theoretically have quite a bit of power. And what I want to do is come down here. We're going to grab a little bit of power off of our grid just for us, get us recharged. And I'm going to reinforce that column there. I don't know if we're going to reinforce this portion because it's inside the shield, but I definitely want to reinforce where it's connecting up in the asteroid, just so that we have a little bit more security on that, you know. And that's coming in from the sun, so I think we're gonna have you duck. Not sure where it's coming in from, so. Did everything. Huh. All right. So yeah, so the idea is that if you're in the control center, if you're down in the control center, you'll actually be able to hit the button to raise and lower the mast here, just like we did from there. But all right. And then from this side, we'll have you come in like so. And then here, well, I guess we don't really need that now, so we could just put the door in here for security purposes. Got another battery on mine. How many batteries are over here? Yeah, they're just missing power cells. Awesome. And you guys are all just missing power cells. Alright, so basically at this point, we're just waiting for things to keep welding up for us. Like I said, we went with the half walls here. I'm thinking I'm going to bring this thing, when we bring this thing down, I'll figure out where it is, and then we'll use light armor on the back wall here. You know what, I may just do half walls all the way up, just to be done with it. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to thank y'all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's a bit shorter than normal, I know, but we finally got our power system online. And now that we have a little bit more power coming in, you know what I want to do? Before I forget, what's an LCD in here? We're going to grab just a regular LCD. I don't have any. Did I? I put all my plates away. Let's grab these really quick. And while we're doing this, I'm going to thank you all for stopping in. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw those down in the section below. If you're new to the channel, haven't done so already, or just want to do something nice for me on this lovely Friday, now that the fires have, well, I don't know if the fires have calmed down, but the smoke has calmed down. Oh. But yeah, be sure to hit that subscribe if you want to be kept up to date and haven't done so already. With make sure you turn on notifications. Yes, I know it doesn't help a lot of people. It works for some, doesn't work for others. But you never know. You might be the one it works for. Alright, so let's get you set up. We are going to set this to solar LCD, I think is what it's called. Want the auto LCD, programmable block, shield program. Which one's got my... That one's got it. Alright. Solar. Alright, so solar rotors. Solar reference is the... No? Power fallback. What do we need for... Oh, let me see here. Trying to remember. LCD panel. ISA main. Okay. Make sure I have that right. See what I usually do. Oh, it's lowercase m. Okay. What I usually do is just cut and paste it. For that very reason. There you go. Alright. So what are we generating here for 11 batteries? Solar panel, 17 megawatts off of that. Not too shabby. If we can bring on a couple of reactors online, that'll be even better. And so the idea with what we're doing down here, and the reason why I've got everything set up the way I do, is because I want to turn this into the power area. So what we've done is we've piped everything in, and we're going to basically run piping from there over to this side. And we'll have a couple of reactors in here, and probably have a small control office over here. Basically someplace where you'll get oxygen. You know, we may even put like a med bay or something over here and have it be a... Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and hope you have a fabulous weekend. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody.